Do you condemn the ethnic cleansing of Armenian Christians in Artsakh by Azerbaijan?
No.
When you block aid for 7 months and you're still saying this is not ethnic cleansing, that is crazy.
The people in Nagorno, this is why it's not ethnic cleansing.
Okay.
The people in Nagorno-Karabakh can stay, but they choose to leave.
Okay, so your argument is it's not an ethnic cleansing. Let me still man your argument, okay? It's not ethnic cleansing because the people that have lived there for thousands of years, that are Christians, that fought for that land, decided to pack up within months because they just chose to leave. Is that
that's you steel manning my argument, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you're not using proper steel. Here's me steel manning my argument. There are people who were there under military defense of a foreign nation trying to encroach on the sovereignty of Azerbaijan, and when their military defense left, they chose to leave. That's me steel manning. That's the steel manner of an argument. There's no need to mention they're Christians, because remember, there are more Christians outside of Nagorno-Karabakh than inside Nagorno-Karabakh. You keep mentioning the fact that they're Christians like it means something. It doesn't mean anything.
Well, I guess this is where we disagree. And the reason why I disagree with your point is just because, well, they fought for that land. If the Armenians that have lived there for thousands of years didn't fight for that land and just conceded or decided to just leave, or abandon the region, I could kind of understand. But because there's been thousands of years of them fighting for that land, to the point where they fought a war in 1994?
It's from late, I think 92 to 94.
Yeah, 92 to 94. They won the war. They proclaimed their independence. So when I see a nation doing that, when I see a group of people doing that over a certain type of land, and then all of a sudden pack up their bags and leave, I can't necessarily take your argument serious, because I don't think your argument makes any sense at all. Azerbaijan stopped aid from reaching people.
How many deaths? And when?
I don't know precisely, but hold on.
I can tell you. But you tell me.
I've got a site here, but yeah, so you know how many deaths it caused? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm just going to find the article. But that's not even the point I'm trying to make.
I would like you to tell me the number.
The point I'm trying to make is that this is what they did.
Yes, but what did they do, and what was a specific number?
When you stop aid from entering a certain country, okay, to help people, when you stop medicine, when you stop food, when you stop all of that, what you're doing is you're systematically trying to kill those people, or trying to get them.
That's not true. Again, please, how many? Please, you're not. Let me. Because you're grandstanding. You're setting up a fake narrative. I need to know how many people died.
Can I finish now? Thank you. When you do that, when you stop aid from entering a certain country, okay, this is last year. So, but you don't deny it. So I don't even know why I have to even prove all of this, but I hope this site has the information that I'm looking for. All right, carry on. I'll find it.
So yes,
I don't think this is the one. I don't think this is the one, but yeah, carry on. I'll find it.
That's fine. So it's essentially not true.
So hold on. It's not true that the Azerbaijan forces stopped aid from getting into Artsakh. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
It's not true that a great number of them died. That's not true.
That wasn't my argument.
It was your argument. It was your argument. They stopped aid and you literally said that. And I said, how many people died? You said, I'll get the number up for you now.
Azerbaijan stopped aid from reaching people.
How many deaths? And when?
I don't know precisely, but hold on.
I can tell you. But you tell me.
I've got a site here, but yeah, so you know how many deaths it caused? Is that what you said?
Yes.
I never said that. I said my argument, the argument I'm trying to make is that aid was blocked from reaching Artsakh. And
then you said a great number of people died.
No, that would have caused a lot of people to die. Yes. No, I never said that.
And what was it? What was the number of deaths?
And I never answered that because I don't know.
Okay.
And when you said you precisely know.
I know how many people died in 2020, and I know how many people died in 2020, but you don't. And that's my frustration. This is the point of the video. It's to point out you again muddying the water, putting facts and figures together to produce something that makes one side look innocent and the other side not look so innocent. Having said that, I'm going to go and now give you proof of the genocide that. Actually, no. Do you want me to prove to you that it's not an ethnic cleansing and that they had the option to stay?
Hold on a second. Yeah, they had the option to stay. You know, you're making me laugh, bro. They had the option to stay. Really? Is that why they all left? Because they had the option to stay.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Okay, guys. Azerbaijan blocks Armenian convoy to Nagorno-Karabakh, accuses Yerevan of provocation. Hold on a second. This is the video, as you guys can see. This is all being stopped. This is all being stopped from reaching those people that needed aid. All right. Azerbaijan has refused to allow through the Lachin corridor a convoy of trucks that Armenia said were delivering emergency food aid to the breakaway region of Nagorno-Karabakh. The Lachin corridor, the only road linking Armenia with Nagorno-Karabakh, has been blocked by Baku for more than 7 months. The Armenian government said on July 25th that it will try to send 360 tons of flour, cooking oil, sugar, and other basic foodstuffs to Nagorno-Karabakh to alleviate severe food shortage there caused by the blockade. Armenian officials expressed hope that Russian peacekeepers would escort the relief supplies. 19 Armenian trucks reached the entrance to the Lachin corridor late in the afternoon on July 26, but remained stranded there in the following hours, with Baku refusing to let them through an Azerbaijani checkpoint set up there in April. In a statement, bro, come on, man. Like, stop. Yeah, go ahead.
How many people died?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Okay. I'm sure a lot of people died.
You know what? It's probably 10 trillion million billion people, and they're all great Christians. And
I never said any of that. I never said any of that.
You implied it though. Anyway.
I never said any. All I said was aid was blocked, and I really read that.
You're a great reader. Can you read this now?
President of the Republic, Artisac Samuel, I can't say all of that, man. Sharamayan has signed a decree of action arising from the situation created after September 19, 2023. According to the decree, in connection with the current difficult military political situation, based on the priority of ensuring the physical security and vital interests of the people of Artisac, taking into account the agreement reached through the mediation of the command of the Russian peacekeeping contingent with representation of the Republic of Azerbaijan, that free, voluntary, and unhindered travel is ensured for residents of Nagorno-Karabakh, including military personnel who lay down their arms with their property on their vehicles along the Lachin corridor and guided by Article 93 of the Constitution of Nagorno-Karabakh. The following declaration have been made. Okay, what is your point?
Go to 1 and 2, and then we'll go from there.
All state institutions, bro, this is really hard to see. All state institutions and organizations will be dissolved until January 1st, 2024, and the Republic of Nagorno-Karabakh, Artisac, will cease to exist. After the entry into force of this decree, the population of Nagorno-Karabakh, hold on a second, including those located outside the Republic, should familiarize themselves with the conditions of reintegration presented by the Republic of Azerbaijan, with a view to making an independent and individual decision in the future on the possibility of returning of Nagorno-Karabakh. All right.
Where does it say leave?
No, it didn't say that.
So from January the 1st, 2024, they can reintegrate into the society and they can stay.
Yeah, they can stay, but they all decided to leave.
Voluntarily.
So it's their fault.
No ethnic cleansing.
They abandoned their land, they abandoned their people, they abandoned everything they know, because guess what?
I'm listening.
Because they didn't want to be there no more. If I was to take your logic, I would literally, this is what I would say. They just said, you know what? Enough is enough. We don't want to be here no more. We're just going to go back. we're just gonna go somewhere else, bro. It doesn't make sense. Your logic doesn't make sense. I thought you would have come out with something better than this. This logic doesn't make sense. It doesn't fly. Of course, if you really think that the president of Azerbaijan was going to come out there and say, you know what, we are on purpose, all right, making sure that these people suffer, or we are on purpose attacking them or being hostile towards them to give them every incentive to leave, you know, or make them fear for their lives. If you really think he's going to come out and make a declaration like that, a confession like that to the world, bro, that's just crazy, bruv. No politician talks like that. They don't. They just don't. Of course, he was never going to be honest about what he says, what he says in the public sphere as a politician, and what happens on the ground and what the orders are on the ground is completely different. And bruv, 7 months, you block aid for 7 months. Bruv, that's a clear message that you don't want these people. If these people continue to live there, they're going to be even more hostile towards them.
So these people, were there any military personnel there in Nagorno-Karabakh?
I'm not sure. It wasn't much of a...
Thousands.
No, there wasn't.
Okay, disprove me right now. Tell me there wasn't a standing army. Tell me there wasn't a standing army in Nagorno-Karabakh, that when they have supplies being sent into Armenia, from Armenia into Nagorno-Karabakh, there won't be weapons hiding in these flowers and these olive oil and cookies and nappies or whatever it is that they were sending from Armenia. And there were grenades and nothing like this.
Bro, man.
You might be saying I'm assuming.
Wow, cookies and nappies, you know. When I read it was oil and flour.
Am I assuming? No.
I don't know what you're doing, bro. I really don't know.
Would it be fair for me to say that there were weapons in those trucks and that's why they stopped them?
What's the question?
I'm asking, that's the question. Would it be fair for me to assume that they're sending weapons? That's why they stopped the supplies.
Assuming what? Bro, who?
No, just a simple, Octavio, a simple yes or no. Is it fair for me to make the assumption to say that they're sending weapons?
I don't believe.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you for answering the question. Now, why is it fair for you to assume that the government, when it says you are free to remain, they're lying and that they're going to do something to these people?
I've just answered that question.
You're assuming. You have no evidence for it. You literally read that they will fulfill their own. Okay, I'll finish and then you go. You literally read word for word. You are free to remain. You can stay here, right? But they chose to leave. Now, I took that at face value, but you won't take at face value, right? That I didn't make any assumptions. I just took at face value, but you make assumptions. But then I can't make assumptions that the military is being supplied weapons through these so-called babies, nappies, and whatever it is. You can make those assumptions, but I can't make those assumptions. It's just you have a bias, it seems like, into reading this without any evidence. Now you can speak. I'll mute myself.
Yeah, I just think your assumptions are ridiculous, bro. I'm sorry, they don't make any sense at all. Cookies and nappies. I think that's just, it's not even logical. My evidence for making such an assumption is the fact that people don't just pack up and leave the country that they've known and they've fought for thousands of years. You don't just do that. You don't just pack up and leave unless there's a great danger. You don't block aid from reaching people, okay, for 7 months because you want them to stay in the country. Now, my assumptions can make more sense than yours, all right? My assumptions are more valid than yours. You're talking about cookies and nappies. And the politicians say, yeah, you can stay. Of course he's going to say that. He doesn't want to look like, the bad guy in front of the entire world stage, because guess what? They might come for their aid. Of course he doesn't want to seem like that. So he has to keep everything politically correct, so to speak. But the truth is this, to block aid for 7 months, it's ethnic cleansing. There's no way of justifying that, and to assume that people will just pack up, they leave, and there's no danger at all, and they just decided to, you know what, we're just gonna leave. We don't want to live in our country anymore. We don't want to live in the nation, in the country that we fought for anymore, bro. It just doesn't make sense, bro. You know what I'm saying? I thought you was gonna come out with a strong argument, to be honest. But yeah, go ahead, bro.
I think you're just rejecting for the sake of rejecting them. You haven't given it any counter evidence.